Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. No, happy Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Oh, my Lanta. It is a struggle when you're retired to remember what days it is. So it is going to be the beginning of what I'm going to call our fall heat wave. It's supposed to be in the low 70s today, and by the weekend in the low 80s. So it is 10:20 in the morning. Just got out of the shower. Mr. Simba woke us up about 4:45, just wanting wet food, and it was a struggle to wait till 6. I think it was 6. And Mr. Jerry got up and fed them, and I think we fell back to sleep about 7 and got up about quarter after. Well, no, we got up a little bit, about 9 o'clock, quarter after 9, something like that. So anyways, took my shower, made my smoothie right here, and I have my Greek yogurt in it. I have a 1/4 cup of blueberries, a 1/2 cup of, I have to think, strawberries, and a 1/4 cup of blueberry or of cherries. So a total of a cup. I'm not awake, sorry. And then I have my coffee right there. So I have been crocheting on the back of that pillow that I'm doing, and I am on the last repeat round of this. I'm on row 13 of 22, and then I can finish it out. Then there will be, we go up to row 29. So, and then I can tie some of these down and then shorten them up, and then I can start doing the seaming around it and all the good stuff so that I can get one done. So that's what I plan on doing today. The kids are all out of sorts because they want wet food all the time, and they're only supposed to have 1 can per day per cat. So we try to do it at breakfast time, a later lunch, and a later supper just before we go to bed. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to crochet on this a little bit, have my breakfast. I had my devotions, and no big plans today, so we'll see what the day brings. See you soon, my friends. Hey friends, happy Tuesday. Teri here again. How are you? I hope you are well. Oh, I just feel like I'm looking straight up. I got you so high up in the air. Let me bring you a little bit closer. So it is in the afternoon. I'm a little chilly today, but I do have shorts on, and it is 65 degrees outside. So I'm not for sure what it is inside, but the house is a little cool, but we'll see if it even gets to the 72 they're predicting. So, but I just finished up with lunch. Had a small turkey salad with a couple tablespoons of raisins in it. The carved deli turkey, a slice of Sargento Colby Jack cheese tore up in it, my Bolthouse ranch dressing, and a little bit of croutons. And I'm actually weighing things out again. I got my scales out, and I am weighing at least like my salads, and I am on my smoothies. I am actually taking a measuring thing and doing that. So, but so I just had that. Before lunch, I did, I walked around the house. Mr. Jerry looked at me and I says, I gotta move. And I said, I'm just going to walk around the house right now and I walked about 5 minutes, and I could feel it in my legs, which I knew is going to be that way because they're still a little sore from this last weekend, and I get into it. So, but we've been looking at updating our tennis shoes, walking shoes. I have a pair of walking shoes that are probably 8-10 years old, Xoxos. But we've been looking at the Xoxos because I know Sandy, my friend, has those, but Jerry's been researching it. He's found the right brand of the Xoxos that will fit for him, and for me, we just have to go try them. They actually make a pair for overweight people, and I tend to have my ankles want to bow in. So that's that pronation, and so they're, you know, he's looked all that over. So we are going to go try some on, and we will be purchasing some. Don't know how soon, but in the meantime, I can still use my others. But in the house, I can walk barefoot around for 5 minutes. But, you know, it's 5 more minutes than yesterday, so... but this morning, I had my chat with you, and then came out and I worked on that diamond dot painting of the horse, and the kitties have just been crazy. And finally, I just, after Anala jumping up and down and wanting, and I know what she wanted. She wanted me to go back into the sunroom so she could lay up in her perch and go to sleep. And I'm trying to train the kitties that Mama doesn't need to be in the same room as them to go to sleep. So I went back out there. I made myself a big glass of crystallite grape, and I sat down and started crocheting some more, and she jumped right up and went right out. So, and she's been sleeping there ever since. So I thought I'd come in here. Mr. Jerry went out into his area to do whatever he likes to do. But I do want to start on our daughter-in-law, our son's wife, Lindsay's rug. And hers is called Water Lily Pond. It is from the Tiny Spool and Company. The one I did for our daughter, and I'm going to leave it just like this, so it'll come out like that kind of design. But like my daughter's, it was the vintage look, and I love it. So, and I'm really liking this too. So, yeah, it's like I need to, I don't know which way to do it. I might have to reorder these in my colors, because both those rugs, and this one's going to be very, very pretty. So, but yeah, I like that. I'll have to open this up, take that right off, and open it up, and I will lay it out, and I will do a better shot for the ones who want to see all the fabrics, what it looks like. But yeah, I'll just, isn't that pretty? I'll just sew them in the way that they come off. Maybe I can do it this way. I don't know. Oh, that one is pretty. So just a second. No time like the present. So this would be the first 2 strips. There's, I think, 40 in here. This would be the next one. Isn't that pretty? I like that. This one is not, it looks peach, but really it is a darker peach. The camera's not doing it any justice. It's more like this color. I like these. Ooh, there's a nice beigey peach. Let me move down so I can get these a little bit better. I like that too. So I wouldn't mind starting to sew the strips into one long strip, because it takes a little bit. Once I get everything sewn up, then I will roll it up back into a jelly roll. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I have to sew the batting in it, and that takes a little time. Oh, I like that too. Those are pretty, but they look like, that one just reminds me of a sunny side up egg. So, I probably will go back out and edit the video so I can get it up and set out in the sunroom and crochet a little bit. It's kind of pretty with the pinks and the greens. Ooh, that's kind of pretty too. Yeah, I like all this old-fashioned looking stuff. I like that. And then the last one. All right. Okay. So I think that she will really like that too. So I'm still learning on those jelly roll rugs, on catching on both sides. On our daughters, I noticed when I flipped it over, it wasn't caught. I don't think it will do any harm, except for you can see it's kind of up a little bit. So I just need to get it back out. It's rolled up in the closet. And, you know, go on the back side and stitch those down. But need to clean my sewing machine out because it leaves a lot of fuzz inside. But yeah, with anything else, allergies are bothering me today. Woke up this morning, I sneezed, I was blowing my nose, and the eye was watering, and it's just like, oh, ragweed, thank you. And that's kind of stopped. I still have a little drippy nose every once in a while, but I have a little bit of pressure right across the sinuses. So how are you doing? How's your journey going? I heard something this morning that you can do everything correctly. You can track, you can walk or exercise, get all your water in and all the good stuff you're supposed to do. And until your mind is in it, it doesn't do any good, because you might not be tracking like you should. Just because you're tracking doesn't mean you're doing honest tracking. Hey, been there, done it. Look at something and go, oh, that looks about a cup. And it's really maybe 2 cups. You know, or hey, that looks like a half a cup. In reality, it's a cup and a half. And it's never the good stuff, you know. Or, hey, I've tracked all my points for the day. 9 o'clock at night, hubby just made some freshly baked cookies. What's a couple cookies going to do? But if your mindset is in it, then you don't want those cookies. And if you do, you will track it and not let the numbers derail you. That's what I'm kind of learning right now, because like I've talked before, let's get real here, okay? for many, many years, I was told, and I've talked about this before, that I was glucose intolerant, which just means that every time I did a fasting, it wasn't under what it should be as a normal. But it would vary. It might go up one year, it might go down one year. So it was being controlled by diet and exercise. And at those years, I was walking a lot. I had a Fitbit. I was in a walking group. I did Fitbit challenges, you know, to get so many steps and all that good stuff. My head was in it. My heart was in it. And I did good. And I lost the weight. And so the next time that the doctor saw me, there was the fasting, everything was good, and I was no longer glucose intolerant. But then life happens, and like anything, you get wore out. You get tired of always having to weigh, measure, document. You do. And you think, I know what to do. I've been doing it. I don't need this silly app. I don't need anybody to tell me what to do. I can do it on my own. And then life hits, and that friend of food decides to come back, and you let it in a little bit at a time. And you start to see the scales go up a little bit. And you're thinking, oh, it's not too bad. I'll rein it in. But in reality, I don't rein it in as well as I did back then. Until I get to the point where the blood work's not the greatest. Now, last year's blood work was not good. And my A1C went up 0.5 point. And my fasting went up just a little bit. But my triglycerides went up, my cholesterol went up. And you can sit there and tell your doctor you're following and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but did you realize that when they test your cholesterol and they test your triglycerides, if it is not within normal range, you can sit there and say, I don't eat out that much. But if that is out of normal range, that tells them that, oh, your body's telling on you. So, so I did get back on it a little bit last year. And I started being more self-conscious of what I ate. This year, my cholesterol was in the perfect numbers. My triglycerides were perfect. I mean, the cholesterol was all perfect. But my fasting number went up a little bit more, and I went up 0.5 point more on my A1C, to the point now that technically pre-diabetic, technically they label me as a diabetic, even though I'm still within the range of what you should be. And then they start talking about meds, and it's like, no. And the new doctor I have, what I like about her is she would rather you not be on meds. And so the help came in with her. My old doctor just kind of blew me off. She really did. Her health wasn't the greatest, and like my mom's sick as she goes to her too, that we kind of got thrown to the wayside. And so, we set an appointment to see a nutritionist on a Friday, and it's a free 15-minute consultation. Our insurance is probably not going to cover it after that. It is $75 for the education, and then it is $45 a week to see him. Or we can email him, and it's still $45. So my health is worth it, yes. But if I can have somebody tell me, where I need to be, then that's what I will do. It's not that we won't try. This gentleman actually sets you up with a, it sounds to me like an eating plan that you will send in to him, or you go see him once a week. Because you have to put down exactly what you eat and what you absolutely won't eat and stuff like that. So, but in the meantime, I have 3 months to get my act in order before another blood test, before they decide that we need to do something. So I say all that because sometimes as a vlogger, I need my own private time to not always vlog about my journey and what I need to do. It does help in some sense, but in some sense it doesn't. In some sense, I feel like I'm a failure if I don't lose weight all the time. I feel like a failure if I don't walk more than 15 minutes a day. Heck, 5 minutes a day. I just, and that gets in my head. And so if I don't talk about it like I first did when I started this channel up, it's because it got into my head. And I just cannot do that. Comparison is the thief of a lot. And we are human and we tend to compare. So, I'm still doing a weight loss journey. My channel still, the majority is related to that, but instead I am going to vlog on different things of my life, talk about my weigh-in on Fridays. But I don't think I will always sit there and, you know, like a lot of people do, they put down how many points they ate and how far they've walked and did all that. That's all right for them. But right now I can't do that because I know I cannot be the only one that feels like, well, what's the sense? I can't keep up with so-and-so. That person might be as big as me or even bigger than me, but they're doing more than me. And so then I start to feel bad for myself. And then that little pity party comes out, and the pity party never ends well. So, and I also have to get my head wrapped around, it's okay if Mr. Jerry makes these cookies that he absolutely loves and I love, but it doesn't mean that every time I need to get up and grab a cookie like he does. I mean, the man has breakfast and then he has a couple cookies. The man has lunch, he has a couple cookies. He has supper, has a couple cookies, and then for a snack he has a couple cookies. So it's okay if I have one and I count it. You know, it's okay if this person gets something and you don't. It's okay. I just need to get my head back into the game to benefit me. So in the meantime, my friend, I'm bearing it to you. I'm bearing it all to you, I guess. Because I read the comments and I think, shame on me for grumbling, that just shame on me. Because one's waiting for surgery to keep walking and to keep moving. Another one is dealing with something for a long, long time and has to go someplace to get taken care of too. Because, you know, there are people, look around, there are people with canes, there are people with walkers, there are people in wheelchairs who would love to be able just to sit there and get up out of a chair and walk across the room. So what if I get up and I walk 5 minutes in my house because that's all my legs will let me do, and I sit back down? Because you know what? I can do the same thing not too long from now and walk around the house for 5 more minutes. It's a start. It's a start, isn't it? It's a start, just like me tracking my food. by weighing and measuring it. It's a start by forgiving myself for letting me go and getting in this position. I still have hope. And some people cannot. It's like my former doctor said, Teri, you can do everything 100% and it won't matter. Some people just get diabetes. Some people just get MS. Some people just get osteoporosis. Some people just get. We all have that extra baggage, don't we? So, I sure hope you all stick with me, because I really am, like I said, I have a goal in mind of what I want to do to finish out the year, and I don't want to send it out into the universe, because if it doesn't happen, then I failed, and I know me. So I have a goal for up to Thanksgiving. I have a goal to Christmas. And depending on what the nutritionist says, and depending on what Mr. Jerry says, because it would be that price for each of us. And he has already said that it'd be more worth it to pay it for me, because whatever I eat, he's going to eat, and he's going to lose the weight because he's benefiting what I'm doing. And he says it's more important to get the weight off for me than him. Now, I love that man of mine, but it's just as important for him too, because he has heart disease. But I understand what he's saying. So I don't know what we're going to do. 15 minutes, you don't get much. I'm sure it's just long enough for him to explain his situation, you know, what he does and everything, and then that's it. And then we go from there. So we'll see. But Mr. Jerry's birthday is Friday. And we're going to a nutritionist. We really don't celebrate. We don't sit there and go, oh, let's go out to the Cheesecake Factory. Let's go here or there. We just don't do that anymore. It's one of those that if we're lucky enough to have our family, and I mean our kids, text us to say happy birthday, then that's good. Because the only way siblings ever respond is if you post it on Facebook. They don't ever, anyways, in our family and his family. And it's just extra hugs, extra kisses on that day. An extra thank you to the good Lord above that I still have my man to celebrate, because when he was 57, we almost lost him. He had an artery that was 99.9% blocked, and he had another one that was blocked and growing, another vein, and the cardiologist said that he can normally say, no shadow of a doubt, he would have been okay. But he says I couldn't say that with him. So every year that I get older and he gets older, we celebrate that we are both thankful the good Lord has still kept us here together, because not everybody gets that, do they? So, I hope this wasn't a downer thing. It was just being really real. You know, maybe somebody else needed to hear it, because sometimes we have to take care of ourselves. Sometimes we just have to get real with us, with me, and not share it with everybody. Maybe you need to journal it. Maybe you do need that person to share it with, and that's all right. As long as you got somebody who will truly understand, who won't go behind your back to somebody else and go, oh my word, she is a basket case and a half. Oh, I don't think none of you are that way. But I've met people like that before, that they're just like, oh, lordy, lordy. But anyways, so the plan today is just to putz around the house and do whatever. And Wednesday, not for sure. I know Thursday there's an estate sale. I thought he was going to go to the one in Hastings here. And now there's one in Ada that he'd like to go to. It's all guy stuff. I could go, but the man needs his time away from me too. And I need time from him sometimes. Not really, but you know what I mean. And then Friday morning is our appointment. And that's the weekend. And I'll be in the 80s, and he'll be outside doing what he likes to do. And I'll have to check on those potatoes this weekend to get them up or not. But my plan is hopefully tomorrow maybe to start sewing on Lindsay's rug, so that when he's gone Thursday I can sew on it. Just depends if the kiddies will let me. Because Miss Nala, I don't know, in her past, you know, because she's only 2 years old. She just turned 2. She wants to be loved so bad, but every time you pick her up, she freaks right out. I mean, her back legs just go, you know. But if she can climb up next to you, the cooing, the purring comes out, and that's what she does when I'm sewing in here. And when she's high up on her perch out there, Mr. Jerry will walk out there and she'll just start talking, and she rolls, and she, you know, and she's got to kiss your hand at least 1 or 2 little licks, and you say thank you, and then she's fine. So, but she wants to be loved so bad. And Mr. Simba's just got to get out of his, hey guys, my belly says I want wet food. I don't want that dry food. Get up, get up. And he literally goes from Jerry to me, and he just walks back and forth, back and forth. It's just like, and I told Jerry this morning, I said, I have been awake since 4:45, and now it is 6 o'clock. I might as well just get up and make some coffee. He kind of chuckled. And then he got up, like I said this morning, and went out and fed them. And Simba did come back to bed, but yeah, crazy kitties. Our saying in our household is, you know, get an orange cat, because orange cats are a little bit, they have their own personalities, their own way of doing and thinking. But he's such a sweet boy too, so. But anywho, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to take this back out in the sunroom, and I am going to put the clips together, and then I will upload it and get back to my crocheting, because I really should finish that front instead of doing all this hopping around. And I think while this is uploading, I will just stand in place or walk around another 5 minutes. How about that? So thank you, my friend, for listening. Thank you for hopefully not judging me, because I would never judge you, because everybody's journey is different. Sometimes we just need someone out there to say, I believe in you, and you've got this. So are you hearing me? I believe in you. No matter what you're going through, I believe in you. You got this. You are stronger than you think you are. Just take that with you. That from this friend here to you. Sending you big hugs and love and prayers and well wishes and anything else that you might need. Till we can meet again, my friend. See you soon.